Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to today's video. I'm going to be going over how to live in the law of inspiration and using Ho'oponopono to help you to do that. I've been getting a really good response on the Ho'oponopono videos that I've been doing, and I love. It's one of my most favorite things to do. I do it on a daily basis. And I have tested it myself. I've been doing it for about 3 years now. And I just recently got my advanced practitioner's Ho'oponopono. So I added more tools into my toolbox using this amazing mantra is what it really is. But today, this video, we're going to go into it a little bit more in depth on what the law of inspiration is and how you can live in the law of inspiration. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jen. I'm also known as the Empire Heyoke. I am headmistress at Rise University, where we help other light warriors and star seeds really step into their power by learning how to balance the divine within. All the answers you are seeking are within inside. That's why it's called the University. So if you don't know who we are, please make sure to go check us out and like and subscribe to this video. And share it out to anybody who you think would resonate. If you're new here, this is live, so please drop a comment down below and let me know who you are, and I will answer your comments if you have any questions at the end of this presentation. It's not going to be a long presentation. It's going to be short and sweet, but I really want to touch bases on this, the law of inspiration, because it is the whole, it's the word that I'm looking for. It's the essence of Ho'oponopono and why you do it. Okay. And I don't see many people talking about this. And I do feel like it is important that we do talk about it. So, diving right in, I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Diving right in, we're going to talk about using Ho'oponopono to transform your life. So what is how can we do that? Sorry, went blank. So there are 3 states of mind that you operate from any given time. So we're going to go over this last one over here first, because most people are operating out of the law of memory and data. The law of memory and data is all your programming. It's where all of the majority of what people have told you, experiences, your records of past, present, and future, memories, it's positive memories, it's negative emotions, it's good experiences, bad experiences. All of that is in the law of memory and data. And most people operate under this law. This is if you consciously are aware of what is playing in your head and your thoughts, which I do go over through mindfulness. And we'll talk a little bit more about that towards the end of this video. But within the law of memory and data, if you're not aware of what is playing in your head, this law is really active in your life on a subconscious level. Triggers are basis out of the law of memory and data, because the only reason you are triggered is because it's bringing up something that a memory, something you were taught, something that was programmed inside of you. The law of memory and data holds the basis of what the program is running out of. Okay, so I do, for those who do follow me, if you're new to my videos or however you're coming across this, I am a year into my deconditioning with human design. Okay, definitely go follow me, and I do a separate show called the Human Design Advantage on that. But in human design, that is the basis of your program. Okay, so Ho'oponopono and mindfulness are some of the tools. They're my go-to tools majority of the time when it comes to the deconditioning process of human design and out of it. So it's all of that law of memory and data. This is again what runs majority of the time within our lives. And this starts from birth, guys. You know, when we come into this world, we are actually at this stage. We're going to go over the zero in the beginning. I want to talk about the law of inspiration. This is where we want to be. When we come into this world, this is where we are. But immediately, we start to get conditioned by our environment, by our parents, by our grandparents, by the school system, by the TV, by our friends, whatever. It's bombardment of information of law of memory and data that comes in, and we take it. Okay, so this. Not that it's, you know, either good or bad, but the law of memory and data rules your life. It rules your decision making. It rules who you get with. It rules what job you do. It rules how you're going to function into the container that we live in, that we are all starting to realize is bullshit. It's based on other people's laws of memory and data. And not everyone has the correct answer. So the important thing that we do need to operate is out of the law of inspiration, guys. Okay, what is the law of inspiration? This is where we step out of the law of memory and data, and it is the state in which information comes directly from the divine. All right, why you were created. I have tested this myself. There have been times where I have been in a situation. A lot of people do experience this in fight or flight mode. Okay, if you've ever been in a situation where your adrenaline is pumping, you don't know what to do, and your body automatically reacts and you just start doing, that is the law of inspiration. However, we don't need to wait for, you know, a lot of the times that happens is when we are in that fight or flight mode. You know, our body naturally reacts. We don't want to be in those moments. We want to always be in the law of inspiration, because you came down here for a purpose. You are a spark of the divine inside. This is why it's Rise Innerversity. energy. Inside, you hold all the answers because you are in attunement with the divine, okay? So you're doing what you were created to do. You're living in alignment with your purpose. This is where divinity tells you what you are about, not the outside world, okay? Not based on someone else's law of memory and data, not any of that. You are living out, you're letting the divine, the divinity, the universe, whatever you want to call it, don't get hung up on labels, okay? That goes back to the law of inspiration and being at the zero beginning. You are letting your creator tell you who you are because you are a part of that creator. You're down here to have a human experience, okay? Remember that. So, getting into the law of inspiration is where you wipe all of that memory and data, that program that's running, out, and you start to get into what is called the zero field, okay? This is the absolute. This is the way you came into this world. You are perfect. You're no sex, okay? At the end of the day, when you strip us away from these avatars, you are energy. You're atoms that are bouncing off other atoms, okay? There's no sex. There's no color. There's no nothing. It's just you, okay? On an atomic level, when you strip these meat suits away, it's just you. And that state is coming from the only emotion in this universe, which is love. Now, because we have come to experience on this this 3D matrix duality that we are playing in, okay, you are going to be in two states at any time, okay? That is the law of inspiration or the law of memory and data, okay? The mind, the more that you pay attention to this in your life, now that I am bringing it to your attention, I'm doing a video about this. If you start to pay attention, and if you don't know how to do that, that's, through meditation and mindfulness, you will start to realize that you are operating out of the law of inspiration or the law of memory and data. Okay. It is very important that we do talk about this because the more that we go on this journey, especially the awakening journey, everything that's happening in the collective, everything that's folding out, truth coming to the surface, all of this stuff, it's going to, on some level, affect you to your core. Okay, it's going to affect everybody on whatever level that they are at. And when it affects you, that is because you're coming from the law of memory and data. So when you have these moments of paying attention to what it is, start digging deeper. Okay. I still operate out of the law of memory and data sometimes. I am seeing some of it play out too now in the collective. The more that we go on this journey, the more the truth comes up to the surface. And I immediately start to do Ho'oponopono so that I can get into the law of inspiration. Now, the moments that I have been in the law of inspiration, when something has happened, going back to like what I was saying earlier, I sat there. It was kind of amazing. It was something that I knew if I was operating out of the law of memory and data, I would have acted a completely different way. I would have tried to control the situation, or I would have overanalyzed it because that's how my brain works. However, I didn't do that. I observed. I was the observer of what was happening. And I sat there and I said to myself in a moment, I was like, oh my God, holy shit, this is so cool, because it's like I knew what animals felt like. That is my next thing, getting to the point of animals. So for those who do know me, know that I have 2 cats, and my first cat's name is Aquarius. And I came across, my son found her actually, and she was itty bitty thing. I don't even think she was 2 weeks old. She's my syringe fed baby. She was so small she couldn't even have a bottle. But either way, I didn't have cats. Okay, so here I have this kitten, and I have dogs, and I'm feeding this kitten, and I'm observing her, and I'm thinking to myself through this process, I wonder if she's going to have cat-like tendencies, because she was being raised by the dogs. We had mama dogs, and throughout, I've had her almost 2 years now coming up. Over the 2 years, I've noticed she is very much cat. Well, you want to know why? Because she's living in the law of inspiration. No one's telling her that she's not a cat. She naturally has these instincts that come up that give her these cat-like qualities. Now, yes, there is some law of memory and data running there because she is a cat dog. In some ways, she has both tendencies that she is a dog, but she's also a cat. But again, no one's telling her that she's not a cat. So this is an example, and we even learn this, we go further in depth through human design when you start to recognize who you are and learn more about your design. That really does put you in the law of inspiration. Everything that we need is inside of us, guys. The only thing that the law of memory and data has done with the container that we are living in, the program has told us that it's not there. We need someone else on the outside of us to either save us, to tell us something. It's all bullshit. Not that there's, parents are here to help guide their children and everything like that. But if you put a child in a container and you understand how they are operating to design, especially within the law of inspiration, you're going to be amazed at what you can learn from that child. So, the mind can only follow these two laws. It's either the law of inspiration or the law of memory and data. So the only thing that really is standing between you and your divinity, your connection with your higher power, with your source, with your higher self, because that is how it works. Once you go inside, you connect with your higher self connects with source, okay? And the information comes through. You step out of that law of memory and data, whew, you're going to even with my business, as soon as I get in my head and I think I'm doing, I stand in my way all the time. The reason what prompted this video was that, damn, man, I need to start doing this more because I stop myself. I stand in my own way, which at the end of the day, the only person standing in your way is you. It prevents me from doing why I came here to do, which is to transmute these messages. And that is in my human design. So the only thing standing in the way of that is my memories. Okay. And I recognize that over, especially these past couple of months. So I'm working really hard on doing Ho'oponopono to get me out of that law of memory and data, which is me clearing it back so that I can get to the point of zero. And that in that point of zero, that zero field, and Dr. Lynn talks a lot about this in Ho'oponopono, and I don't see many people do videos like this that are talking about this. I think this is the most important information because it's the basis of why you say those 4 phrases. Okay. It puts you back in the zero field so that you can be in connection with the divine. Okay. That is where the law of inspiration kicks in. So let's talk about what keeps you stuck in this memory. What keeps you stuck in the law of memory and data? Time, okay? Places, emotions, time, that time period that somebody said, or it's a memory that comes up. You're thinking about something from the past, different places, people, emotions. All of these things keep you trapped in the law of memory and data. Okay. So take when you are not, when things are not going smooth in your life, okay, and you realize that you are the one you're the only one standing in your own way. I really want you to start thinking about what is keeping you stuck in that memory. Okay. What is keeping you stuck in that law of memory and data, and reflect. Are you reviewing something that has to do with a different time period, the future, the past? The only thing that you have right now is in this moment. It's where all the magic is happening. And most people don't realize it. They overlook it because they are stuck about what's happening tomorrow or what happened yesterday. Okay. Stop. When you realize that you're doing that, make sure that you start doing the Ho'oponopono phrase, which we're going to go over here in just a moment, to help you get out of that law of memory and data and back into the zero field, which puts you in the law of inspiration and data. Places. Are you thinking about different places that you used to be, going and visiting your family, friends, different locations, taking vacations, any of that? And emotions. Emotions are going to be a big thing upcoming, especially when truth starts to surface, which is just cognitive dissonance, guys. We'll do more videos on what that is and how to overcome it, but be aware of what your emotions are. So how do we get out of the law of memory and data, and what steps do we take? This is all you have to do, is say this mantra. And you don't have to say all of it. You can actually, with intention, place one word on that, okay? But I'm going to say this. I am going to say this because it's important that I do, and I've heard other people say this, and I've even had people get hung up on this. I'm sorry, okay? It is important to know that one is my biggest one that I have to do, because I put repent, but you are acknowledging that you're human, okay? You are saying sorry for the reactions that you had, that you are responsible for. At a certain level, you're going to get where you have to take personal responsibility. Saying you're sorry means that you're human. Okay. You make mistakes. A lot of people get hung up on that, but I'm going to say, you taking personal responsibility for the actions that you are playing in this field, in this matrix, because we all are playing a part. If you are operating off the law of memory and data, I'm sorry. You have to say, I'm sorry, because you are personally responsibility. You're not in the law of inspiration, where the divine is going to just use you as an instrument. Okay. That is required a tremendous amount of faith. Most people are not there yet. That I'm sorry is an important one for me. So saying, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, and thank you is transmuting it. Asking the divine, believing that he's already come in, they've already come in, the universe, whatever. Don't get hung up on any of that. Is coming in and removing you out of that. It's already been done. So know it to be so. Intentions are important. Okay. That's all you have to say, guys. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And thank you. Yesterday, I did a video on tapping. I'll do it here. I'll show you in this video too. I think it'll be very informative. Tapping with Ho'oponopono. Head, I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Thank you. Right below the lip. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. I love you. That is one way that you can do it. Another way that you can do it is making Ho'oponopono water, where you get a blue glass bottle, not a clear bottle, not that. It has to be a blue glass bottle. Okay. I get a lot of questions about that. Blue glass bottle. I'll tell you what you can do with the clear one here in a moment. Blue glass bottle filled with filtered water, not tap water. Stay away from the fluorinated water, spring water, tap water, well water, something that's not tainted by chemicals and all that other stuff. Put it in a blue glass bottle, put it out in the sun for an hour and let it sit, and that becomes Ho'oponopono water. Why that works is because when the sun comes through and hits that glass, the water actually thinks it's back in its purest form, which is in the ocean, which is not tainted with any law of memory and data, going back to the zero field that puts you in why the divine created it in the first place. Okay, a separate video on water and everything like that, because water does retain memory, but that is 2 ways that you can really impress the subconscious to get you out of the law of memory and data, one with tapping and water. If you don't have a blue glass bottle, write the phrase, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, and thank you on the side of your bottle. That will help transmute the water as well. Going back and finalizing our presentation, these are the steps that you can take to get you out of the law of memory and data and into the law of inspiration. When you do this, you are transforming on a cellular level with this simple mantra, guys. It absolutely works. It has changed my life. So please try it for you, okay? If you are interested in learning how to work with me on this, if you want one-on-one sessions, I am now offering inside. We're going to go over. Inside the temple, the website is down below. I offer a couple of different things, okay? All my shamanic healing sessions, Ho'oponopono is incorporated in it. The basis of Ho'oponopono, what I believe is that if you're coming to me, something inside of me is attracting you, which means I need to clear that on a cellular level. So I'm open to find whoever it is I need to work with, okay? Because if you want to get a session with me, I am doing healing as well, okay? Whatever you're healing from, I'm healing from as well. So it's important that you know that all of my healing sessions incorporate Ho'oponopono. And these are available in Houston. I live in Houston. If you're in the Houston area, you can definitely book this. If not, distant sessions are there. Refocus your mind with mindfulness is a new thing that I just launched. I actually haven't been promoting it. Promotion comes in August, so this is an early thing. I do offer mindfulness single coaching calls. Ho'oponopono is incorporated in this as well. I have 2 packages, 2 package offerings, one for the beginners and one for the intermediates. Okay. So definitely look on that, and more stuff coming in this as well. And I'm going to be adding a Ho'oponopono meditation. So if you are interested in learning how to incorporate this more in your life, how you can work with me, definitely go to riseuniversity.com and /temple. Thank you so much for those of you who have joined me today. I truly appreciate you. Definitely make sure that you check, like, and subscribe. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out Rise University. If you're interested in learning more about human design, go follow me over on the Human Design Advantage. There's a YouTube channel and podcast. Ho'oponopono, this technique paired with deconditioning with your human design, has absolutely transformed my life. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. And if you don't know how to get started with me and you just kind of want to know for a good fit, I do offer free clarity calls. You can find that on my website or send me a message and we'll get that set up. until next time, I want to do these videos on Friday. I will be coming out with more information. I hope you enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing you in the next. Until next time, guys, y'all have a wonderful and beautiful, blessed day. Bye now.